Katerina here. Welcome to my kitchen. I just wanted to tell you a few years ago, I took my sweet papa to a pain clinic, and he was visited by Dr. Dov Weiss at the Jacobs Pain Clinic. And during just a routine checkup, this wonderful doctor picked up on two serious issues with my sweet papa, who I adore and love so much, and who I want on this earth forever. And these two issues that he picked up, totally unrelated to why we were there, and it turned out that he was 100% right. So as far as I'm concerned, he's our angel and our God and my God wink to say. And then of course another issue came up, a very serious issue came up with my papa, and he was also correct. And even though my papa was nothing wrong, leave me alone, we took him to a doctor, and sure enough, Dr. Weiss, again for the third time, was correct. Well, the reason why I'm telling you this is because I owe it to him that my sweet papa is still here today, being my sweet papa. And the last time we were at his office, he said his favorite cookie was peanut butter cookies. Hello! Now there, I can do something for this wonderful doctor. So let's get started. Okay, we have half a cup of unsalted butter at room temperature. This I'm going to add half a cup of granulated sugar. Give it a little mix. Okay, now I'm putting half a cup of brown sugar. Now in my brown sugar, I keep marshmallows. This prevents the brown sugar from hardening. I'm going to add half a cup of brown sugar and give it a good mix. Okay, in the meantime, while this is mixing, I'm going to put 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, a little more, and I'm just going to give it a good mix. Before I add the egg mixture, I'm just going to do a quick scrape down, just to make sure that the butter and the two sugars have mixed properly. Okay, now I'm going to add the egg and the vanilla mixture. Okay, I'm going to turn off the machine, and I'm going to add half a cup of crunchy peanut butter. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going to prepare the dry ingredients. 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add the flour mixture to the wet mixture, half a cup at a time. I'm down to the last half cup of the flour mixture, and now I'm just going to give it a good mix. Okay, I stopped the machine to do a scrape down, just to make sure that everything is incorporated perfectly. Okay, now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of just peanuts, and I'm going to add them slowly. Okay, so my peanut butter dough is ready. Now I'm just going to transfer it into this bowl, and I'm going to cover it with saran wrap, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 45 minutes. Okay, so my peanut butter dough is refrigerated, and now I'm going to make, in honor of my mother-in-law, which when she was a child, she was given the nickname ARNICIOLIS, which meant mischievous. And she then in turn gave that name to my daughter, and I named this cookie after her. And all it basically is cranberry and pistachio biscottis, which I used to bake all the time for her. And when she was here on her last visit, she would just sit in my kitchen and watch me bake these, and every morning she would have 2 with her coffee. And I miss her, and this is for you, Mommy. So we're going to start with the dry ingredients first. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now is a good time to preheat your oven at 365. You're going to need about 1/2 cup of cranberries. I put in hot water just to plump them up, and I remove the water so that they're ready. We're going to start with the wet ingredients. 1/4 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature. Okay, now to the butter, I'm going to slowly add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, now I have 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, again at room temperature. Okay, I'm going to give it a really good mix together, the vanilla and eggs. Now I'm going to add the mixture to the butter and sugar. So I have 1/2 cup of pistachios. I'm just going to add it to my little chopper here. And I'm just going to give it a very light chop. Okay, so I just did 3 pulses, just to chop them up a little bit. I'm just going to do a nice scrape down. Everything's mixed beautifully. Now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of cranberries. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of chopped pistachios. Well, I've started adding the dry mixture to the wet mixture, and I'm only going to add 1 cup at a time. Okay, so I'm down to my final cup of dry ingredients, and we're almost done. Okay, so my dough is ready for my biscottis, and now I'm just going to put a little bit of bench flour on my work surface. Okay, now I'm just going to take out my dough. Okay, so my dough's all ready. I'm just going to divide it into 2. I'm going to make 2 biscotti logs. So I'm just stretching it out on parchment paper. Okay, so you can lay it out nice and flat, about 3 inches. So here are my logs. They're beautiful. They're exactly the way they're supposed to look. And now I scrambled an egg, and all I'm going to do is just brush over the logs. You can use regular sugar, but I like sanding sugar that you can get at any specialty shop because it gives it a beautiful glistening glitter when it's baked. Don't miss a spot. So my biscotti log is ready for the oven for 20 minutes. After 10 minutes, rotate. So my peanut butter dough is ready. It's been chilling for about 40 minutes, and it feels right. Preheat your oven at 350 degrees. The trays have been lined with parchment paper, and now with an ice cream scooper, a small one, I'm just going to scoop away. So this way all the cookies will be the same size. Now this is my little box of bench flour. I'm just going to put a fork inside here, and I'm just going to press down on the cookies. There we go. My first tray is ready for the oven for approximately 9 minutes. You know your oven. So my loaves have had their first bake. They're nice and cool. They've been out for about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. And now we're going to slice them. That's why they're called Biscotti. It means double baked. So I'm going to cut them on an angle. This is going to be for me. And just about like 1/2 inch. And please use a serrated knife. Reduce the temperature of your oven to about 280, and because we're going to be adding them again to the oven. Now I'm going to do the second loaf. My biscottis are beautiful. Mommy would be so proud. I'm going to return them back into the oven for about 10-15 minutes, as soon as they're a little bit golden brown. So my biscottis have been baking for about 12-13 minutes. And this is the second baking and they're ready. Now we're just gonna let them cool and grab a cappuccino. So my cookies are done. Dr. Dove Weiss's peanut butter cookies are ready. I'm just going to let them dry and I'm going to package them up beautifully for him. And my arniccioli, my mother-in-law's favorite, they're also done. My cappuccino is ready with my biscotti. I mean, what is better than that? It's Caterina, from my home to yours.